Welcome to Falcon TV. Subscribe to the channel to stay informed and inspire us.
The Egyptian army traces its origins to ancient Egypt and the pharaoh's military forces. Modern military was established in the early 20th century during British rule. It has an estimated strength of 920,000 active personnel and 475,000 reservists. Egypt has the 10th largest defense budget in the world at $4.4 billion annually. Main equipment suppliers are the US, Russia, China, France, Ukraine and others. Main battle tanks include the American M1 Abrams and the Soviet T-90. Infantry small arms consist of the AKM, Heckler & Koch G3, FN FAL and Beretta AR-70 90th rifles. Shoulder-fired missiles include the AT-3 Sagar, AT-4 Spigot and AT-13 Saxhorn. Artillery pieces include the D-30 Howitzer, Type 59 Fieldgun and BM-21 Grad MLRS. Aircraft operated are the Dassault Rafale, F-16 Falcon, MiG-29 and AH-64 Apache among others. The Navy operates several ex-U.S. Navy Knox-class frigates and ex-Oliver Hazard Perry-class frigates. Elite units include the Saika, Thunderbolt, Special Forces Regiment and Unit 777 Counter-Terrorism Force. Most personnel are conscripts who serve 1-3 years with volunteers serving longer terms. It fought against Israel in the Arab-Israeli War, Suez Crisis, Six-Day War, and Yom Kippur War. The Army also saw combat in the Libyan-Egyptian War, Gulf War, Yemeni Civil War and Sinai Insurgency. Notable 20th-century commanders were Gamal Abdel Nasser, Mohammed Naguib, and Abdul Hakim Amer. In 2013, General Abdel Fattah el-Sisi led the military coup that deposed President Morsi. The army chief effectively serves as Egypt's de facto leader behind the civilian government. Army engineers operate construction vehicles, bulldozers and transport helicopters for infrastructure projects. The Department of Military Intelligence provides security and surveillance of foreign threats. Russian and American military training techniques have influenced doctrine and tactics. The armed forces operate an extensive network of business enterprises and factories. Egypt is ranked as the 13th most powerful military in the world by global firepower. The army has around 5,000 tanks, 2,000 armored vehicles, and 2,400 artillery units. Major field formations are organized into 4 regional commands: Northern, Central, Southern, and Western. There are about 19 military colleges and academies to train and educate officers. Most army bases and facilities are located around Cairo and Alexandria. Conscripts undergo basic training focused on physical fitness and weapons handling. The infantry force of about 340,000 men makes up the bulk of the army. The Egyptian military police and border guard forces provide security and patrol services. Specialist branches include artillery, armor, air defense, engineering, signals, and military intelligence. Recent operations have focused on counterinsurgency and counterterrorism in the Sinai Peninsula. Joint training exercises occur with Western nations like the US and UK annually. The Army operates thousands of armored personnel carriers like the M113 and BTR-50. Air defense forces utilize platforms like the S-125 Pechora surface-to-air missile system. Egypt has been steadily replacing Soviet-era equipment with newer American and European arms. The Army also sponsors the Arab Organization for Industrialization, which produces military equipment. Major annual exercises include Bright Star with the US and Sinai with friendly Arab nations. Egypt has the largest standing armed force in Africa and the Middle East. The military plays an influential role in Egypt's political and economic spheres. Army schools, hospitals, and welfare programs serve millions of Egypt's citizens. Military service helps promote nationalism and loyalty to the state. Most senior officers come from middle or lower middle-class backgrounds. Pay scales and living standards are better in the army than many civilian jobs. The armed forces are respected by Egyptians and seen as an avenue for social mobility. Patriotic values are instilled through training, service, and state propaganda. The military controls extensive real estate, businesses and commercial enterprises. Major defense suppliers include the US, Russia, France, China, Italy and Ukraine. Egypt operates Russian air defense systems like the S-300VM and Buk M2E. The army remains the most powerful institution and political force in Egypt.
If you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel and give a thumbs up. Thank you.